Hey guys, so I want to do some stuff on color by addition and subtraction. Some of you are struggling a little bit with the harder questions when we start getting stuff other than white light shown on different pigments. So these are the two different color wheels that we work with. When I'm doing questions about what certain color of light, what you'd see on something when it's shined on different pigments, I usually like to work mostly with this one. So this is supposed to represent our primary colors by addition. So these would be different colored spotlights. So if you, and I can't show you that at home, if you've got a projector, then you can show that stuff. So you got red, green, and blue, and then when they cross over, you've got the magenta, cyan, and yellow. Now the primary colors by what we call subtraction are actually magenta, yellow, and cyan. Well, why is that? If something appears yellow, and this is a kind of a formula you can use a little bit to try to figure this stuff out, well, what does yellow mean? Well, if you've got yellow, if you look over here, what does that mean? It's got green and red light in it. What isn't in it? It doesn't have blue. So on these wheels right here, if you take the yellow, and that means it's absorbing the blue, so you get green and red. So what you can do down here is, if you've got white light shining on anything, or really any color of light, say, okay, what colors are in there? And you do plus for those particular things. If I have this hitting something that's yellow, what's that going to do? Well, that's going to be subtracting the B. So the B is gone. Okay? So if you have the R, the G, and the B, and you've got a pigment, yellow, that subtracts B, what do you have left over? What's going to reflect off is red and green. And what's red and green give you? Well, red and green give you yellow. So that's how that works. What you want to do sometimes with this is, it can be pretty helpful, is if you take a look at these things right here, make sure you understand more what colors are subtracted. So you can even screenshot that if you're taking a look through here and say, okay, yellow is absorbing blue. That's how I get yellow. Green, so the primary colors you have by addition are actually a little tougher to get. They take more pigment. So green, if you look down here, is actually subtracting red and blue. So that can be kind of helpful when you're working with this. Now, where I was getting some questions from people is what happens when you're not shining white light on some kind of pigment. That's where it can get a little bit tougher. So let's say that we've got white light, or don't have white light. Let's just say, for example, I've got cyan light. Okay, so if I have cyan light shining on something, what colors of light would that actually be? Well, if I've got cyan light shining on something, that means there's no red in it. So this is gone. We're not adding in red light. So if I take some white light, filter out the red, what do I get? I get cyan. And then let's say that cyan light is actually going to hit, I should have had a different color, but I don't. So let's say that hits something that's yellow down here. What you have to be able to do then is take a look and know what yellow is actually subtracting. Well, yellow absorbs blue light. And that's where something like this can kind of come in handy. So if yellow is absorbing blue light, what you do is you do a minus B at the pigment. And they kind of show you how to do this in some of the tutorials. Well, so if I've got green and blue, I subtract out B, what's left over? Green. So that's the only color that you have left. So you can do that with any one of these things. I hope that helps. Remember, you can always email me if you have questions, and we can do a Zoom meeting to go through this stuff. That's it for now. Thanks. Bye.